What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I don't really know what I just did there. I'm trying something new, just trying a new intro, something different than, hey, what's up, everybody, every single time. If y'all like that, cool, but I just want to try something new. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching. Thank you for tuning in. It's me. They call me Heat. Back with another fire beat that I'm about to cook up for y'all today. So I found this dope sample that I want to chop up. So I just want to chef up some fire, throw these boom bap ingredients, the kicks, the snares, the hi-hats, the samples, the basses, these ingredients that, you know what I'm saying, make up this thing that we call boom bap. You know what I mean? Somebody wanted me to show them how I use the Fruity Slicer, and instead of me making a tutorial style video, which I could do, I'd rather not. I'm gonna just kind of put the camera on the screen, show y'all how I would use the Fruity Slicer, or how I use the Fruity Slicer my way, and how to count the bars and how to count your chops and things like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Please, guys, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell button, make sure you smash that like button too. Please smash the like button. Let's get this video right here to 100 likes. All right, see, can we do that, please? 100 likes, please. Even if it surpasses 100, I just want to see you guys get this thing to 100 likes by the end of the week, if possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the video, and yeah, let's go. So I got the sample loaded up. It's called Shakers or Shekers. I don't know. It's called I'm Still in Love is the sample. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the sample just so you can hear the sample real quick. You know, you just want to make sure that you have a nice chop. And what I like to do too is, if you don't know how to count bars, like, you'll want to, for me, I like to chop in 16 pieces. And sometimes I'll take a long loop so I can chop in 32 pieces, just so that I have, you know, enough of the sample if I grab a long section. So sometimes I'll do like, so I'll count. It's always 1, 2, 3, 4, then that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2. What I like to do is I'll kind of count it on my hands to like probably about 8. And then you can kind of, hopefully you get the bigger picture from there. So let's try it out. If you had a metronome going to that loop, every hit of the metronome would be like a chop, to put it in the most simplest terms that I can. So I'm gonna take this loop, put it in the Fruity Slicer for you, and then show you how I use the Fruity Slicer. So now I have the Fruity Slicer open, and then I'm gonna grab this sample that I just looped up, and I'm gonna throw that in the Fruity Slicer, and I'm gonna show you how I do it, all right? So as you see, I got that loop that we just kind of counted the chops for, and then I'm gonna hit this button over here on the right corner of Edison. Boom, so you can drag the sample right into the Fruity Slicer. Now, I didn't do something that I usually do. The Fruity Slicer, as you can see here, there's an auto fit and an auto dump button. Usually before I drop the sample in, I always take that off. I always turn that off so it doesn't fit to the tempo, but it doesn't really matter. It's not gonna hurt anything. I just don't like it chopping it before I chop it. So I'll just drop that in, and then you gotta go up here, clear that out, and then turn the auto fit button off, turn the auto dump button off. But it's, you know, it is synced or whatever, how it should be. It's synced to its own tempo. And then I take it and I go down to 16, which is 16 chops. Boom. Sync to 71 BPM. Hit this little slicer button, and I hit it to chop it by beats. And then I make sure that I chop it, and the stretching method, I turn Pro Transient on so that the transients match. So when you go to, you know, changing the pitch and things like that, sometimes it can get a little grainy, and I don't like when it gets grainy. So that's why I changed that to Pro Transient, all right? So that's pretty much how you use the Fruity Slicer. But let me go ahead and finish making this beat for y'all, all right? But I wanted to show my mans because I don't want to leave you guys out and make it seem like I'm not paying attention to what you guys are saying, all right? All right, I got the kick pattern, or the kick sound. I'm going to use that real quick. Got a little pattern going, you know, got a little something. So shout out to Illmind, man. I found this snare from one of his kits, one of his black kits. So I'm gonna use this snare, probably clean it up a little bit. Drop a little bit of this hi-hat grease in there. Put a little hi-hat ingredient in there. Okay. So now I've laid down pretty much the basics of the drums. You know, a lot of the beats that I start, you know, they do start with the drums. Sometimes I like to get a groove going with the drums first, just because, especially, I already know how the sample is going to sound in my head. I can switch it up a little bit, and the sample may be different from how I heard it at first. I don't know how it's going to come out, but I heard the sample in my head after I got the loop. I kind of remember what it sounds like, and that's why I laid the drums down the way that I did. So let's try this out real quick. So I kind of feel like the timing of the sample is just a little off, but that's the point of, you know, time stretch and things like that. The FL Slicer has time stretch. There's a time stretch knob right next to the pitch shift knob. So I'm going to mess with that a little bit and see what I can do with that. Alright, man, I feel a moment of defeat. I just was not feeling the sample, man. It just was not, like, really piquing my interest in whatsoever. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. So I'm starting over with something fresh. I'm not really starting over. I'm starting new with a different sample. I have a different sample here. This one's by Ouija UG, Leaving the Screw Apartment. I just found that and I was like, man, I'm going to try something different. Switching up the sample, changing out. Had to change the sample. I had to change the sample. So now I'm going to lay this sample pattern down real quick for y'all over the drums that I had, all right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this sample and I'm going to chop it I'm going to chop it. Like, I'm not going to play it straight out how I have it in the loop. I'm going to chop it, so let's go. I'm gonna try and pitch it real quick to see what I can come up with. I kind of like that. Let me try if I go up plus 100. A little close to the original though. Let me see. Let me go up one more. Ooh, it's getting a little spooky here. Ooh, let me try one more. I think I found it. So I'm gonna finish it off with that, all right? I like this sample way better than the first one. It just sounds a little bit more spookier. So I'm gonna finish this one off, all right? All right, so this sample has good, I think, like, just to kind of close it out, I'm probably gonna go ahead and clone the slicer, the Fruity Slicer, clone it. I'm going to rename it so that it's a sample filter. And I'm going to put it on a different mixer track, which is its own mixer track. And I took the bass out of the first one. I'm going to take the high end out of the second one. So only leave the bass in the second one. So take the bass out of the first one, only leave the bass in the second one. So this is what the filter sounds like after I put parametric EQ, kind of cut out the high end, cut out the low end, put the R bass on it, and brought it out a little bit with this. And I'm just going to lower it a little bit so that it matches with the sample. I'm going to throw the sample on top just to kind of get them fit, mix them together real quick. That's pretty much the beat, y'all. I hope y'all liked it. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the bell button right after so you don't miss any more notifications of me dropping these videos. All right. I appreciate everybody watching. Okay. This is a very simple beat. I could get Benny the Butcher on there, 38 Special, you know, just some real raw, maybe Action Bronson could go off on it too if he was a feature. Styles P, like just those people who really, you know, spit bars. Jadakiss, you know, Joe Budden could be able to do some bars on here as well. You know, just like I said, people who really rap and I really care about the art of rap, you know, not, you know, commercializing it. So nothing against those guys, but you know, for me, I just love the real rap music, the real rap, real raw, rugged hip hop. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad that there's a lot of people that like that as well. I appreciate all of y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. And until next time, y'all, I appreciate you. Peace.